Here you go, boys. Say, you both look like you got a furphy or two to tell.
G'day everyone and welcome to Crackin Furphys, the news commentary podcast where the boys and I crack furphys over some cold ones. I'm your publican Drew Agnew, and joining me along the bar are my good mates Dan and Tom. I went to go and say Ash, but he's missing an action again. He's
dogged the boys.
He's like a squirrely beagle. He's just following his nose wherever the scent takes him.
I wonder what scent he picked up tonight. I wonder what's got him so intrigued that he's got to go and
He's
put his
chasing a
nose
dog
down
with a
and find
puffy
it.
tail.
Sweat.
Well, I don't blame him. I wouldn't blame him. I want a big, nice, puffy-tailed dog. But it's a lot of maintenance with a lot of fur, so no, I probably wouldn't.
I
Do
reckon
you guys have a long-haired dog you got to maintain every day?
short-haired dog? I have a fox, Jack Russell. Sorry, I was about to say fox terrier. Jack Russell.
Yeah, you can get the long-haired Jack Russells, and don't know. Seems like a lot of work. You know, they don't like sitting still. Don't know
That's
if they
right.
like baths much. Sounds like a lot of work, but especially when they get covered in shit.
Short-haired ones are enough. They shed like crazy, so I would never long-haired one. Personally,
Never wear your nice black clothes around your dog. That's for sure.
Just don't do it.
Just don't do it. White clothes only.
Just don't
Unless
do
you've
it.
got a black-haired dog, in which
Yeah.
case black clothes only. Not
If you
white.
got a
dogs.
white, if you got a white and a black dog, you're just buggered.
White shirt,
Absolutely
black
not.
pants.
Just don't
Black shirt,
wear
white
pants. Just don't wear clothes at all.
Well, that is
It
the
solves
obvious
it.
solution.
That'll solve it.
Yeah. Anyway, enough about dogs and Ash finding the scent. I hope he finds what he's looking for. Tom, how are you going this week? How's it been?
That's been really good. I'm struggling to remember what I did, but I think I just had a lot of at-home work to do the previous week and enjoyed a very serene, peaceful Anzac Day.
Yeah.
Poor old Essendon. Poor old Essendon.
See, that's why Ash isn't here today, because he's too busy mourning his loss. Since he's a combination of our good friend Mason Redman and Darcy Parish.
He's an amalgamation.
Oh, well. I didn't catch the footy at all, boys, so I got really no idea what you're talking about. But it's a good game, that's for sure. God, it was close.
Full credit to the boys.
Yeah, full credit to the boys.
Just taking it 1 week at a time.
Oh, you got
Got
it.
the chocolates today, and
Might not be a win today, boys, but next week I've got good hopes. Get to training, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Thursday. You might have a chance.
Just train every day. Just skip the game and just train.
Yeah, don't even rock up. Just go training. No, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So, did
You
you
can't
guys
lose
enjoy
if you
your
don't play.
Anzac Day? You know, we've got the day off on Monday. A lot of respect to the men that fought and you know, allowed us our freedom. So,
Yeah.
we're not going to do a moment of silence on the podcast. That might be,
Yeah, it's
be a bit reductive,
it's
but
a bit of a wasted medium, isn't it?
have a metaphorical moment.
That's right.
that's not
Just
a bad
pretend we
idea.
didn't talk for a minute.
Like all the podcast feeds I've got, just put out like a minute of silent audio for people to listen to in their car, and I'm sure they would appreciate that. Maybe at
Everyone's
the end do
just
like
like-
a big bang or something, just to scare shit out of them at the end. So Dan, what have you been up to, dude?
Not a whole lot. Not much. There's really not much to report this week.
Oh, bugger.
Parents came up to visit over the past couple of days, so in a
Oh,
way,
big party. Yep.
Ash rescheduling so he could go to his music festival and then not being here at the taping is worked into my hands quite well.
Ah, yes. He can't read all the news stories if he's not here.
So I know that one. So how do you know you've been away the whole time?
Yeah, I can just sense him to text us and be like, I know that one.
Oh,
He's just off in a field somewhere he knows.
He put a music festival up on his Instagram story, but we know it's just a cover.
Oh, yeah.
He's been down in the bunker just researching everything 24/7.
Just clacking away on the keyboard, consuming all the news he can.
Just looking up obscure Swedish small town newspapers to see if there's something we find in there. Oh yes, a moose ran through a Swedish IKEA, as opposed to a non-Swedish IKEA.
Moose
enough.
liberates meatballs.
That's Dan's best attempt at a furphy, everyone. Moose. Anyway,
How about you,
Moose-
Drew? How's things been in House Agnew?
House Agnew's been pretty good. We went and put a deposit down on the mattress, new mattress today.
Oh,
So that's going to be exciting. We're laying on that. Hopefully, going to be
How
nice and refreshed.
expensive is your mattress? You need to put down a deposit for it.
Dan, don't even bloody
$10,000
ask.
mattress.
No, not a $10,000 mattress. I don't know if I'll be buying that, but when you've got you got a missus who's like, she wants nice things, and you promise that you'll get it for her birthday when the funds are there. That's what happens. You end up putting a deposit down on the mattress.
that's a smart man. Take notes.
Is
So
it one
go-
of those fancy fold-out mattresses that companies that should sponsor us? Hint, hint, koala mattresses.
Yeah, sure. I'll take that. But no, I put the deposit down not because it's like a $20,000 mattress like a car. It's just that it's not going to be here for like 12 weeks. So I'd rather just put the deposit down instead of paying them outright when you
A
don't know.
big lump sum.
Yeah, it might not even come. You never know. Someone might steal it. Well, actually, there was a 40 Winks truck that caused a big truck accident down here recently. Tom, you probably might have heard about that.
I
But
think I did. Yeah.
yeah, my mattress might have been an accident like that. So I don't want to pay for it outright straight away. Who knows?
Our faith in 40 Winks courier, drivers, it's gone right out the window from now.
Yeah. Not that I bought it from 40 Winks, but it involves beds. So that's my faith gone down.
Red flags.
Just faith in the entire bedding industry shaken to its very core.
Next week's Furphy.
I'll be anticipating it. But yeah, apart from that, not too much. Yeah, I think not much, man.
It's just been a really light on week for everything, I think.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
They're my
Yeah.
favorite. I don't want a busy weekend. I don't want every weekend to be putting a deposit doan on a mattress.
If
So,
you
yeah.
did that, you have too many mattresses. Like,
I bought a. Well, I'm going to get a racing wheel for like racing games. And I haven't got I'm waiting for that to go on sale, but I got the gear stick on sale, $20 off. So I've got the gear stick, but I don't have anything else.
I want to see you play that with a controller and then you just hands off to gear shift and then back on.
It'd make a lot of
I'd pay
sense.
good
wouldn't
money. Yeah.
it? So, boys, what are we drinking this week? Got something to crack. I know it's Monday, work tomorrow, but personally for me, just got the Great Northern, something that's nice and reliable in the fridge.
Ooh. I already poured one, but I'm drinking the original Great Northern, the full strength.
and opposed to you two on the waters tonight, I'm on Pirate Life peach iced tea beer.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Just
I've-
give me actual water, Dan.
I've been to the bottle shop, so you can expect a few interesting beverages over the next few weeks.
So is this going to be your first taste of this, or is this like a
This
regular
is going to be
thing?
the first taste.
It's going in blind.
Here we go.
Be blind
Smells
up
nice.
to the one can.
Refreshing. Not bad. Got a nice peachy aftertaste. I'll say that's a 8 out of 10.
Wow. Personally, I like peaches and I like beer, but I don't know how I would go with having them together. You know?
Peach iced tea beer.
But, I mean,
So
I like
even
peach iced tea as well.
Something else thrown in there as well.
I'm not against it. I just fail to see the reason why people need to go and put weird flavors in beer.
You wait.
I'm not against it. I'm really
Just
not. I
you
just don't
wait.
understand it.
Personally,
like-
I've got a couple that I think are a little bit more different than that. So I'll look forward to your reactions.
I like the idea of like trying something different, like putting stuff in it, and just having like one off here and there. But I wouldn't get like too many of them.
Yeah.
What review would you give Great Northern? Just like your Just
Oh, me?
typical beer. Yeah.
I mean, okay. Are we talking just overall, or are we going in depth? We going flavor, profile, all those kinds of things?
Oh, you can do whatever you want, man. It's your review. It's from the heart.
Well, from the heart.
Mm.
Say
From the soul.
the Great Northern Originals. It's quite a light, refreshing beer. You know, on a warm summer's day, nothing beats it when you can get a cold, refreshing Great Northern, crack that bad boy down, instantly refreshed. It's not heavy.
It's not
It
alcoholic.
just does what it means to do. Just get in there and drink your beer. It's great. I love it.
It's great, and it's northern.
It is. It's
That's
not really a review of the beer. It was just a
It's from the heart.
yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Well, there you
Wonderfully put, Tom.
It was just an afternoon.
I just want to know what Dan has against it. Everyone gets some.
Every time I've had one, I've been extremely underwhelmed because they just taste like water.
I mean,
They
that's
have-
not such a bad thing.
They just have no body or
Peach.
consistency or anything behind them.
He's upset by their lack of peach.
Every beer needs a hit of peach.
Hidden peach.
No, I don't want to
Peachy.
hit a peach. I hate the taste of peach. I reckon it's gross, like artificial peach. No good. Yeah,
I
Like,
get ya.
I like a real peach. I don't need it in my beer though.
This has peach puree and lemon puree in it,
Wonderful.
as well as natural peach flavoring and monk fruit syrup.
Oh, good. Monk fruit.
Monk fruit.
Monk fruit.
Yeah, I'm just left a bit bewildered just after thinking about the peach too much. I really, it's like sickly. I hate the taste of it, but
Yeah.
at least I'm not there with Dan in person where he's farting and belching and he just smells like peach
Oh.
tea. Just
When I come down next, I'll be sure to find a 4-pack to bring down to you.
oh, well, thank you very much. I'll drink them all on you and I'll throw up in your lap.
Why, thank you.
Alrighty.
All right. Who's willing to go first this week?
Well, yep, let's crack some Furphys, boys. I don't know. I'm just going to say I'll go first this week. I'm happy to.
Hello. He's getting it out of the way. Nice and early.
No, getting out, ripping the Band-Aid off. I'm a bit nervous. Well, I'm not nervous at all. That's why I'm going first. I'm
You're a
confident.
professional. That's right.
I am ready to be fooled.
Yeah, as you should be. So, my Furphys
Wait.
this week.
Did
Yes, Tom.
Chantel write these ones? Are we going to get fooled again?
No.
Won't get
I wrote
fooled
them.
again.
You're not going to get fooled. Yeah. So if I lose this one, I definitely need her to write all my Furphys from now on. She'll be my
Agreed.
little slave in the room, just with a typewriter, doing all the Furphys.
That's a lot ahead.
Oh,
It's a bit ahead.
so yeah, everyone just like listening on audio. I'm just talking about making my wife become a slave, and you're like, that's a lot ahead. But, all right.
Well, yeah, I did not make the connection. I was too busy looking at my beer. I apologize.
Looking at his pouring efforts in this visual audio medium, which is just audio.
All right. So these are my Furphys, boys. Story number 1: Nurse runs marathon in scrubs, breaks Guinness World Record. Story number 2: National High Five Day began on the University of Virginia campus in 2002. And story number 3: Australian small town trialing fewer requirements on dog registrations.
Oh, okay.
So what are we thinking straight off the bat before I give you?
I would like to know
some more info.
what world record the nurse in scrubs broke.
Well, you will find out, Dan.
Personally, I think one could be very much true because I know that there's a lot of charity fun runs and things like that that companies do, they go in like uniform and things like that. So there could have been a whole bunch of nurses, orderlies, all in their scrubs. So I think that's a highly valid and possible thing to do. And if she was, a fit person, scrubs are meant to be light. They're meant to be breathable. So I don't see that as a real hindrance. Yeah, they're long, but get them tailored before you go.
I'd imagine just like stick to you, like be like in a big tent.
True.
Just like sticking to you like a shower curtain almost. When you're like,
Ooh.
When you go to a hotel room and it's like you're trying to like get away from it and it's like sticking to like your butt and you're thinking about all the other people that have been in that same situation.
Caressed. Yeah.
It's just the exact same spot. Oh no, I hate shower curtains. But anyway, let's jump into story number one. Nurse runs marathon in scrubs, breaks Guinness World Record. A Philadelphia nurse broke a Guinness World Record when she donned her hospital scrubs and run a marathon in 2 hours, 28 minutes, and 2 seconds. Sam, who works full-time as a nurse at Penn Medicine's Perlman Center, wore her hospital scrubs on Monday's Boston Marathon and broke the Guinness World Record for the fastest marathon in a nurse's uniform. The previous record of 3 hours, 8 minutes, and 22 seconds was set by Jessica Anderson at the London Marathon in 2019. Sam dedicated her record attempt to raise awareness for mental health challenges facing nurses among the COVID-19 pandemic. Her run raised more than $45,000 for mental health services. So that's that story. Does that sound legit to you guys? Do you reckon it's a bit of a...
Being that it was a very niche world record to break,
Very
I
niche
think it's
indeed.
very, very possible because I know they do so many like very specific things. So yeah, I reckon it's plausible. If it's fake, you've done well.
And story number two.
National High Five Day began on University of Virginia campus in 2002. National High Five Day, celebrated annually on the third Thursday in April, originated with three students who set a day aside to slap hands at the University of Virginia in 2002. The holiday began in 2002 when University of Virginia students Connor, Sam, and Wynn spent a... I'm ignoring their last names, by the way, because I do not want to say them.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he would say them if he wrote them.
Or maybe they don't. Maybe these are just made up people with no last names.
Nah, you don't make up a name like Win. That's a real one.
I'm a big fan of Winnie the Pooh, so I could have...
Well, that's true.
It could be an Arcade Fire fan of Win Butlers.
Could be. Spent a Thursday giving high fives and disrupting lemonade at school. Distributing lemonade at school. The day become... Yeah, very. The day become an annual event marked on the third Thursday in April, and the originators incorporated a charity in 2011. Jesus Christ. To use the annual holiday to raise money for various causes. International High Five Day 2022 is dedicated to raising money for Coach Art, a non-profit that gives arts and sports experiences to children with chronic illnesses. So yeah, what do you think of that, boys? High Five Day. Like personally, I'm a big high five person, and I'm always putting my hand out for high fives. It's a bit of a tick, actually. I need a high five to like just get that feedback. And I'm really looking forward to my son getting a bit older. I'm getting high fives left and right. His hands are going to be just red from all the high fives Dad's going to be giving him.
Mate,
will you pull the old too slow on him though?
Ooh.
No, I want the high five. I'm not wasting one. If
he's not stingy with the hand.
No, if he's in motion, I'm getting that high five. So no, there'll be no misses in this household, Dan.
I used to be that weird kid that would want everyone to high five me, like in primary school. I would be like, meet the new kid, and I'd just be like, yeah, let's go, like high five. And I used to hound people for it. So I think it's great. I don't high five as much anymore, but I don't know what's going on here, if it was planned, but there's a lot of like guilt-driven association here with the charities because we don't want any of them to be wrong.
Yeah, well, there is that. Hey, don't you bloody mess up.
Don't you bloody pick the wrong bloody thing.
And story number 3, Australian small town trialling fewer requirements on dog registrations. The town of Surfside Beach, New South Wales, is trialling the removal of dog registration requirements for residential dogs owned for the purpose of being pets in an attempt to encourage more people to own a dog to keep vermin outbreaks away from the town. Mayor of Surfside Beach, Bob Hellier, says that this is a trial the rest of the state might be interested to keep their eyes on. 2021 shown the biggest spike in New South Wales vermin outbreaks since 2009, costing the Australian grain industry a 20% yield loss, which equates to over $3 billion on the global market. Quote, "Our hope is that a greater presence of domesticated animals like dogs will deter mice from making the town their home," Hellier told the ABC. "We've seen the positive effects studies like this have improved similar situations like this elsewhere in the world, but never has this been done in Australia. With less restrictions, I hope it encourages more people to bring a dog into their family. If you're interested in getting a dog, please contact the local council for information on getting a older pet." So what do you think of that story, boys? It's a bit different compared to the other ones.
There was
I had no theme this week, so
yeah. I reckon story number 3 sounds a lot like country Mr. Agnew being able to be like spit some facts and some, let's just, you get a dog. Go on, you cheeky boys, go get a dog.
Get a dog. Get a dog. If you don't want a dog, get a dog anyway.
This is
and there was no charity in this one.
Yeah,
No.
contact the local council rather than the RSPCA.
And this is the only story that had someone with a last name.
Maybe that's the theme. Maybe the 2 real stories had no last names.
Honestly,
between-
Hellier was a lot easier to say than the other ones. Because I will butcher them.
I'm going to say story number 2 is true. I'm between story number 1 because what was the time? 2.5 hours for a marathon in Scrubs.
Almost 3. So 2 hours, 28 minutes.
Yeah, so that seems very quick for a marathon considering we've only had one sub 2 hour marathon on the men's side. So that's basically at Olympic level pace. Versus story number 3 with that seems like a.
I'm scared about how you know that, Dan. Are you just are you a runner?
I'm not, but there was a big thing about Eliud Kipchoge running the first sub 2 hour marathon a couple years back.
I mean, it's a couple years.
But he had to have like special equipment and like it was basically set up for him to get the fast, like the sub 2 hour.
Yeah. Just a wind tunnel with a big fan behind him.
He's just actually got on rollerblades or like those Heeley shoes.
I always wanted a pair of Heelys.
I don't know. There was always that one kid who had a pair of Heelys and he's just zipping around. You're like, yeah, it's kind of cool, but like, are you going to slip over and break your neck? Like when you're just walking?
They were
Like,
always the annoying kids, though. That's the thing where they were.
Yeah, they were. I remember this kid who's just like, he's always a smart ass and he rocks up with Heelys and there he is zipping around the asphalt. And you're like, oh, well, I just got to walk like a bloody sucker.
Someone throw a rock under that wheel or something.
Yeah, just like a little bit of gravel. That'll bugger him up.
I'm going to go with story number 3.
I too was going to go with story number 3, but I don't know if I want to.
Why's that?
Why are you? I don't just want to be a sheep, I want to think for myself, even if what I think is wrong.
There's nothing wrong with being a sheep, but following Dan is It's not an option.
Maybe I'm trying to lead you astray like you led me astray.
That's right. You know what?
Yeah.
Dan made some good points. Let's go with story number 1. He's probably led me astray here.
Well, he hasn't led you astray at all because he's picked the opposite answer.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know how you could pick that. I haven't revealed it, Dan. I'm just saying. But the Furphy was story number 3. Is that you?
No, we should have went with the guts.
Good stuff, Dan. Well done. So, when I was going around looking for my stories, I found a story. Actually, holy shit!
holy shit.
I found an article called "Surfside Beach Suspends Dog Registration Requirement," and it's basically that if your dog is found without its owner, it gets impounded and taken to the local humane society, which is like Jesus Christ. But I just realized that article come from myhornynews.com. I didn't even see that.
I can't wait for you to post that in the links.
So yeah, but the other two are true.
Well, I'm glad they are because they both had charities associated with them. I should have went with my gut. I should have just been.
This is karma for a couple of weeks ago.
It's too Agnew not to be the Furphy.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
Hey, don't be sorry.
I need Chantel to prepare my Furphys. I think
you're just too much of a good-hearted person to be like, oh, just get a dog.
Yeah, because there's that many sort of requirements to get your dog registered, and you need all this blah blah blah, and all this money you need to pay. It's just I don't know.
It's a lot of work.
Coming off the farm, you can just sort of hide it. But you've got a dog, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But in town, it's a different story.
Mm.
All right.
All right. Who wants to go next? All right, Dan, you sound confident. I don't like that whatsoever. But
I'm not confident at all this week. But anyway.
Okay.
Story number 1. Scaffold Pike's top inch stolen by artist. Story number 2. Hikers claim extraterrestrial visit at Scaffold Pike, England. And story number 3. Octopus found in Scaffold Pike litter pickup. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I wonder if you guys can pick the theme this week.
It's octopus theme, right?
Oh, for sure.
Tentacles.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Story number 1. Tourism bosses in Cumbria have called for the return of a crucial piece of England's highest mountain, which is now on display in a London art gallery. The 1-inch piece of stone was taken from the top of Scaffold Pike by artist Oscar Santillan and features in his exhibition at the Copperfield Gallery. Cumbria Tourism said this was taking the mickey and they wanted the top of the mountain returned. Mr. Santillan said he had not harmed the landscape. At 978 metres, 3,209 feet, Scaffold Pike is the highest peak in England. The artist likened his removal of the rock to taking a pebble from the beach. That is what I have done in making my work, The Intruder, he added. Ian Stevens from Cumbria Tourism said, "We are all aware that Cumbria's landscape has long inspired generations of artists who have all taken a piece of this landscape away in the figurative sense. But this is taking the mickey and we want the top of our mountain back." Story number 2. A group of 5 hikers on the UK's highest peak have claimed to had a close encounter of the third kind during a recent expedition. The group of 5, led by Angus McNally, 27 of Glasgow, were undertaking a night hike up the mountain when they were allegedly blinded by a speeding white light racing right past them. These weren't the lights of a drone or a helicopter or anything. They had to be something else, said McNally. It had to have been a ship of some kind. One of our crew, Claire Hayes, swears she saw the ship being piloted by some being covered in or made out of silver. Alien sightings are not uncommon at Scaffold Pike, reportedly the Alien HQ of the North in the UK. A third member of the hiking group, Rhys Burfield, went into further detail about the sighting. The ship came screaming up the mountain, hovering above the trees. We had to cover our eyes from how bright it was when it came into our sight, said Burfield. When it came closer, we could make up a vague triangular rocket shape. It made a loud humming noise as it moved faster than anything any of us had ever seen before. Aeronautical scientist Craig Kasmerick believes that the group may have seen an experimental jet from the British Air Force. The British Air Force has a base near Scafell Pike. It is probable that these hikers saw a test flight over the mountains when Air Force officials did not expect them to be there. And story number 3.
Like a quick.
Peach beer is delicious. End story.
Peach beer gets top marks.
That's the furphy. That's bullshit.
The body of an octopus has been found during a litter pickup near the top of England's highest mountain. Dave Askow, 43 from Stockport, leads mountain walks and found the 20 centimetre, 8-inch cephalopod mollusk 10 metres, 33 feet from the top of Scafell Pike in Cumbria. He said, "My first reaction was that someone might have carried it up there, but it's quite possible a bird could have brought it up." Volunteers removed 10 bags of rubbish from the mountain during the pickup. Traffic up Scafell Pike is increased by the Three Peaks Challenge, which sees thousands of people attempting to scale it, along with Ben Nevis in Scotland and Snowdon in Wales within 24 hours. He added the mountain does attract a lot of people climbing it for a challenge as opposed to the experience of being in the mountains, and that adds to the problem. People in the dark think nobody can see me throwing away a bottle, so unfortunately it does attract a lot of litter.
Oh, well, Tom's dying there. He needs one of your furphies to wash down all that spicy cough,
All
whatever
that
he's got
talk.
going.
Just regret. That's all it is. What are you thinking, Drew?
I don't know. I might be leaning into story number 3, but I don't want to lead you off like a sheep, Tom.
Hey, if I've learned anything about Crackin Furphys is that we do it to each other, it'll all be fine. It'll work out eventually.
Yeah, I'm sure. Just the chances of picking 1 out of 3 is good odds. It's better odds than going to the pokies or anything like that.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm leaning in towards story number 2. Only because of the length and detail in it. And we know that Dan is he's just shady character.
He is.
And he likes to flesh his stories out. He likes to come at them from all angles. That's really my only reason. Like, the story sounded legit, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, with Dan, it's kind of like, after he says it, there's like this, there's this obvious bit, like, oh, god damn it. But when he's reading it out, you never pick it up.
Nah.
You never pick it up. So I don't know. I'll go to story number 3 purely because it's like octopus, not in the ocean. What's with that?
Yeah.
Bang. That's my theory.
I'll go story dose, just because it was too detailed.
I'm going to have to start writing these in a real shitty way. Tom has picked it. Do you want to know what the little clue I left in this one was?
What was
this?
I've been watching Malcolm in the Middle recently.
Okay.
One of the actors is Justin Burfield, who plays Reese. And the actress who plays Lois, his last name is Kasmerick.
Oh, we should have known you're watching Malcolm in the Middle. Oh,
you cheeky devil, you.
So what brings you back to Malcolm in the Middle? What's the idea of
the fact
binging
that
that?
it's now on Disney Plus? So I was just like, you know what? Let's watch that. And it actually holds up quite well.
Yeah, that'll be such a nostalgia hit. Actually, going back and watching Malcolm in the Middle.
It holds up really well. I would recommend a rewatch.
It will be great.
The future is now, old man.
When I was watching Malcolm in the Middle, like Malcolm was like, he seemed so old to me. It was like this big teenager, and now watching, he's like a tiny little kid. It's really odd to go back and watch.
Oh yeah. Now I relate way too much to Hal and Lois.
Yeah,
and Bryan Cranston's performance of his life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm the same way. Like yeah, it's like, oh, I understand the parents now. When you're watching it before, you're like, God, they're weird and they're strict. God, but you agree with Lois.
Oh
like,
yeah,
she's nuts. She's got 3 boys who are all a bunch of pain in the ass.
The thing that gets me is she's only trying to do the right thing, but they push and they push and they push until she has to lose it. And you're like, damn, that's me. I got parented by a TV. It's me.
It's me.
It's
Oh,
me.
God. You're looking at your hands, just like, oh God.
What have I become?
And Hal's just trying to be a good dad while trying to live a good life, but he's just
trying to figure
run
skate.
down. But good show. I would definitely recommend a rewatch. Disney Plus out now on all good streaming services owned by Disney.
All right. I suppose it's time to get this over and done with.
Rip the Band-Aid off, Tom.
Oh, I think I've been restrictive with all my extra information. So,
just before you start, Tom. So both Dan and I, only one person has guessed it each. So for you to win, we both have to get it wrong. Otherwise, it's potentially a draw or a loss if we both.
And
guess
if
the
you
same
win,
one.
you get a peach beer.
oh yes, I can't wait till you come.
So
down.
Dan, do we have to team up and make the? We've got to either make it a win or a loss for Tom. So we'll come up with one together.
Ooh, okay.
So
we're going
we'll
all
both
in.
choose the same answer. How do you feel about that, Dan? Or you a bit unsure about my my decision making?
I reckon we make this decision after we hear the Furphys and then
Okay, we can do that.
be tactical about this.
Okay. First story title is Heinz unveils HM sauce and salad queen to mark the Platinum Jubilee. Second story is Lay's chip competition features two new flavors. And story number 3 is Kit Kat launches a new Lotus Biscoff flavor.
All right.
Have
you been paying attention to your junk food, Dan?
Maybe not my junk food, but I've noticed Biscoff popping up everywhere. I've actually tried a chicken Biscoff pie recently.
Wow.
Chicken
tasted. It was. I wouldn't have it again, but it was very similar to a satay chicken sort of pie.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Is it from like a bakery or?
It was from Banana Boogie Bakery, which have apparently got the best vanilla slice in Australia.
Right. Can you vouch for that or?
It was actually a very good vanilla slice, but their pies, Biscoff may be a bridge too far.
Yeah, okay.
Pushing boundaries, man.
It's a bit like your peach beer. I'm sure there's a market.
Iced tea beer.
Oh yeah, right.
I feel like Dan would be like a really good person to travel with, because he'd be like, "Oh shit, yeah, I'll try these like monkey brains."
I can actually confirm that's pretty much what I'm like when I travel.
I'll take this ox penis. Yeah, I don't know. I'll give a gaggle on that.
I mean, when in Rome, right, boys?
Ooh.
All right, I'll give you a little bit more of each. There's not much. I think I wrote like 4, maybe 5 lines. So, or copied. Two of the UK's best-known condiments are getting a royal makeover to mark the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. Heinz is releasing a limited edition bottles of HM sauce and Salad Queen to mark Her Majesty's 70 years on the throne. They're going to be available on all supermarket shelves from this week ahead of parties, picnics, and parades over the 4-day bank holiday in June. After their contents have been splashed on helpings of coronation chicken and Buckingham sandwiches, the bottles could serve as a saucy souvenir.
I really hope that's a real story, just so that pun was a real story.
All right. A Lay's chip competition features 2 new flavors. American Crisps Lay's are set to unleash 2 new flavors, which will go head-to-head in order to win a stable place on your supermarket racks. Consumers will have a limited time to purchase and sample the new Hawaiian pizza and wasabi and vinegar flavors.
Oh, yeah.
And then vote to see their favorite become a staple product. Lay's have made it easy to cast your vote with a QR code printed on the exterior of the crisp packets. Whilst casting votes, Lay's have encouraged leaving ideas in a comments section.
It's like all these sort of like, whether it's shapes or whatever, they're just coming up with really weird flavors now. And,
yeah, they're trying to get me as the target audience to buy their product.
Yeah, because
Surely they're just hiring stoners at this point and be like, "Oi, all right, go do your thing and come back when you're really hungry, and then we'll just lay a whole heap of foods out.
Because the
And we'll just-
shapes, they've got a fried chicken flavor, and it tastes like fried chicken, but it tastes like just the crumbs of fried chicken. So you just like imagine if you go to KFC, you just peel all the batter off, and you're just munging that. That's what these shapes taste like, and it just makes you sick. It's gross.
it's too much. It's just I don't know.
See, Hawaiian pizza doesn't strike me as that out there of a flavor, and then wasabi and vinegar. Like, isn't wasabi enough just by itself? You had to add something else that's equally noxious.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
You've
I
already got
haven't
your salt
tried
and
them.
vinegar.
They're American, so. But the packets I saw were like interesting. Like the color palettes that they had were interesting.
Yeah, what colors were they, Tom?
Hawaiian was this orange. It's like an orangey brown,
Yeah.
but the wasabi and vinegar, it was like split in the middle. It was green and blue.
Mm.
But it was just weird. It was just
Yeah.
weird.
Do they have it like split with a curve going around it? Is that what?
No, they've got the Lay's weird potato chip thing in the center. But it was just
Yeah.
like half and half. Green and blue.
Okay. Okay.
I'll post the photos after we're done. All right.
Okay, sure you will.
Kit Kat launches new Biscoff flavor. It's a flavor combination like no other, and it's finally hit Aussie shores in a chunky format.
Ooh.
For the first time ever, chocolate and biscuit lovers can now get their hands on the Kit Kat Chunky with Lotus Biscoff after it became one of the most searched flavor combos on the Kit Kat website. The mouth-watering new treat combines the iconic crisp oven-baked wafer finger with a caramelized biscuit spread of Lotus Biscoff. I think it's supposed to say tried. We trialed the flavor combo through the Kit Kat Chocolate Tory to be sure chocolate lovers would adore it. Safe to say, it is a hit and now available for the first time locally in Aussie's favorite Kit Kat chunky format. Nestle's head of marketing confectionery Joyce Tan told news.com.au.
Don't mind a cheeky Biscoff. Got a packet right here. They're also like $2, so it's a nice little
If you
store.
have a Kit Kat in your other hand and just bite both of them, you're ahead of the curve.
All right, okay, boys. I'll be right back. I just got to duck out to the servo.
7-Eleven.
So we've got a few things to analyze. Like for that last story, would news.com have reached out for that story? Do you reckon, Tom? I mean, Dan?
I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe
I
pushed it.
reckon they would because news.com.au are News Corp, and they do quite a bit of tabloid journalism. So
Yeah. So where are you thinking? Because like they're all probable. I was trying to push Tom on the colors there, and he handled that all right. I was like, yeah, no,
I think he handled that all right, but I don't think he's handled it well enough to change my mind at this point. I'm
okay.
That's fair.
currently leaning towards story number 2, but I think story number 3 is true. Just looking at his face to see any sign of emotion flickering across.
Sorry, I've zoned out.
He's poker faced.
Poker faced. I really want Buckingham sandwiches to be a actual line from a news article.
Oh, I don't. I really don't.
I know there's been a bunch of products that have been released for the 70-year jubilee, or presuming if she makes it that long.
That's dark.
It happened last year. Martha Stewart. So so
Betty
close.
I'm thinking story number 2.
All right.
Mm?
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking the same. I think going story number 2. We're doubling down, Dan. Well, we're rather making Tom a winner or a loser here on Crackin Furphys episode 26. Tom, how are we faring, my friend?
I mean, You're bloody bang on, boys. You
Oh.
got me.
Oh, sorry, mate.
That's all
We,
right.
didn't we made you a loser. Well,
I
How's
mean,
it
I
feel?
was one well before you guys maybe one. It's fine.
so you said you weren't that confident, but you got us not too bad. We both got you in the end, but we were both like, well, not too sure. So how did you come up with that story? How'd you come up with that?
The Lays one in particular.
Mm-hmm.
What I did was, because I just searched weird news to begin with,
Right.
and it come up with the sources one. I was like, all right, okay, I got something here. That's weird. Let's do some food stuff. And I got the other one because I was like, new flavors 2021. Sweet, no worries. And I was like, yeah, what's really weird? What's really out there? I was like, chip flavors in the past couple of years have been all over the place. Like
Mountain
literally
Dew
all over the
Doritos.
place. Exactly. And I just typed in fake chip flavors, and someone I've posted in our Discord, they've done a fake mock-up of a Lay's Hawaiian pizza chip packet. And look how real that looks. Like this is
Oh, let me have a look.
I mean, I said it was
bad.
brown, but
It's not
that's
bad.
clearly red. I think I may be slightly colorblind at this point. But,
For vermilion.
but I mean, I would have believed that if I saw it somewhere. 100%.
Hmm.
But yeah, that was my train of thought. Chip flavors are weird at the moment. Let's vibe with that.
They're like, no, chicken flavor isn't good enough. We're going to do roast chicken. We're going to do raw chicken.
Barbecue chicken.
Turducken flavored chips, boys. New
Duck,
level.
duck and
Salmonella.
chucking.
For when Ash comes back, salmonella flavored chips.
No, festival flavor. It just tastes of sweat.
Rescheduling the podcast flavor. Right, we still love you, Ash.
Yeah, we got to stop making this into such a bag
roast.
on Ash.
A roast chicken.
Maybe we could get like alarms or reminder flavored, or maybe even a calendar flavored.
Yeah, calendar flavor would be good.
It's a subtle reminder.
Well, you're in charge of the Photoshop, Tom.
Okay, all right. I mean, if I saw that, I reckon I can make it happen.
Please do. So before we end the show, guys, what have we learned from the Furphys that we brought to the table today? Personally, what did I learn? I learned that you can run in Scrubs, and that it's not just a great TV show, Scrubs, but it's also a great marathon participating outfit. And also that dogs are cool. And go to myhornynews.com to get more information.
The number one most reputable news source on the internet.
It's so funny. I didn't even realize that until I brought it up. I'm like, wait a second, My Horny News. What else do they have on here? It seems like just a normal website.
I mean, maybe they're just doing it as like a shocking.
Their journalists are just constantly horny. They're just like banging non-stop in the office.
Just getting it on.
Established in 1980 with the launch of our first newspaper, the Horny Independent, myhornynews.com, is the award-winning local news source online. We are a daily news operation.
How can it be local and online?
From the town of Horny.
We also publish a series of award-winning weekly newspapers serving various communities in Horny County, North Carolina. Since 2005, one or more of our newspapers have won weekly General Excellence Awards in South Carolina Press Association annual awards.
Why were they reporting about something in New South Wales?
Maybe they're one of those news aggregator things.
They weren't, but there is a town that shares the same name in New South Wales, according to Google. I've never heard or been there, but
so anyway, also just on that, hey Billy Bob, where do you come from? Yeah, I just come from Horny County.
Horny County.
Horny County.
What a place to live.
Yeah.
What have you learned, Dan?
I learnt that I could go get a Kit Kat and a biscuit and have a brand new flavor combination.
Just put them in a blender.
I learnt that there's lots of weird things. I learned that there's an actual Buckingham sandwiches is a valid line to use in any article going forward?
Oh, I didn't read it beforehand, and I hated myself for saying it.
I could just see the light in your eyes just darken a little bit when you saw that line.
Yeah. I mean, power to them. They went there. They made it work. They made me read it, so.
And I learned that there's an American charity devoted to the high five.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they've heard of the children's band.
Award-winning Australian children's band.
There feels like there's some synergy there to get High Five to perform on High Five Day.
It's a big
Yeah, that'd be great. I'll be about
They're
that.
superstars.
Are High Five still around? Are they still a thing? I never see them, but I'm not really into.
I'm gonna
kids'
Google
entertainment.
Cast. Completely different now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Wiggles are almost a completely different cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still got
Jeff's still kicking
what's his
about.
name? You still got Anthony?
Yes.
No, it's
yeah.
Anthony, the blue one. Yeah. No, he's a good bloke, Anthony. He seems like a
The
nice
Wiggles
guy.
I've
Yeah,
actually
he does
got
seem like a really nice
the
guy.
Wiggles in about a month performing with Polish Club and DZ Death Rays.
What a
It's
lineup.
really, it is really cool how they sort of collaborated with like different bands, did the covers. So what have you learnt, Tom? I love this bit of the show. I feel like the teacher being like, all right, little Jimmy, what have you learnt today at school? Like, fucking nothing.
I've learned that Dan is far too good at writing his things. And
You just learnt that? He puts a lot of time into it. Unlike us,
He
who are just
does.
like towards the show recording, just like, no.
Boo. And I don't know. I reckon, you just can't fool young men about junk food. You just can't.
No, we're true. We're very passionate about the topic, Tom. Yeah, got to pick something we don't care about, like
That's
what
right.
Dan writes about.
Every time I've gone with food, you guys have guessed it. The bloody the biscuits, the chips. I should just stay away from food.
Stay away from the Arnott's. We're
Don't
big
just,
fans.
Whoa, just don't do it.
Don't bring back the Kingston Wars.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I think you actually scared us in some way. Like, holy shit, I hope that's wrong. Like, you actually worried us.
I definitely went out and bought multiple packs of Kingstons afterwards. So
Just scared you. Scare tactics.
They've
Anyway,
got me in their back
guys.
pocket.
Yeah. Just you got two in the back pocket, like be like Darth Maul, but with Arnott's. Very nice. But guys, that brings us to the end of this episode of Crackin Furphys. Boys, thank you very much for joining us. It was a lot of fun once again. First time live streaming this show in a while. Thanks to Buddy Watson in the chat, leaving a comment about his crazy Jack Russell with long hair. I'm sure he's washing it as we speak.
He's got the lint roller, like vigorously going.
Up and down
or
his
he's
jumper.
just got a white and tan jumper on, so the fur just blends in.
Wait, can we get
Smart man.
clarification? Black or white dog? Black or white shirt?
Yeah, we need to photos on Twitter afterwards, after the fact. You can
Yeah,
help me
we need you to pay the dog tax.
the dog tax.
Dog
Yeah,
tax. You can't bring
he's
up
not-
your dog and not post photos.
he doesn't live in New South Wales, so he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, boys, we'll catch you next week at the bar. But until then, catch you later.
That was a refreshing beer. I would go another.
How
Have
dare
one. We're
you?
not stopping you.
How very dare you?
I mean, the fact that I don't have any more is stopping me, but I enjoyed that.
That is a hindrance.
That will definitely put the brakes on.